So it was 14 years ago in the winter. I was studying culture and literature in the university, but I had learned about Buddhism and I decided to take a really courageous step. At that time, for me, it was really courageous step to secretly quit the university and start meditating at home only, like only meditating at home from next month in the winter 14 years ago. So I had my apartment arranged for me. It belonged to my grandmother, but I could live there, and pretty much nobody was coming there. Nobody knew that I wasn't attending the university. So I really started doing it. I started to, only meditate at home, and all of my energy, all my effort, only meditating at home. Nothing else. This was what I wished to take this type of, courageous challenge. And the results were very amazing. Uh, there was this guru like in the Buddhist books in the Buddhist sky, and he was actually physically present at that time also in Europe. Who was like giving advice how to attain enlightenment by Buddhist practices. I was really like reading Buddhist texts, ordering more and more of them, and my perception of reality started to shift. I I no longer saw the reality as something that you have to go to university, you have to get this money. I didn't see reality like that anymore. I started to like be more in the moment. This is what Buddhist practice does. You kind of live 1 second at a time, and it was astonishingly beautiful. The surroundings suddenly, so outside there's this nature and these trees and these people sometimes, so it's like you experience the reality like 1 second at a time. And the guru encouraged me to take peaceful walks. Like, this is part of the Buddhist practice, to walking meditation, to take really peaceful walks and to attain more peaceful states of mind. So, and it's like really part of the practice, the walking. So it's a specific type of meditation, not only sitting but also walking as meditation. This is from the monks of Buddhist monks in monastery. Is this practice? Just walk mindfully as meditation, walking as meditation and wandering without aim. So walk anywhere just to practice becoming more peaceful. And I did that, and then my perception about the town started to shift. Every time I exited my meditation in the room and went outside, the town was different, and my states of mind were completely different every time. So I started to like see, like, I even wandered into the department stores and buildings and like riversides, and so I just experienced the town in a completely different way, and this was really mind blowing. This was really astonishing. Like, my states of mind every time I took a walk outside was completely different than the last time. So I was like, what is going on? This meditation is really leading somewhere. And I went back to the room and meditated. And sometimes I really cleaned the room to be really beautiful and eat very slowly some self-cooked food or something, as little as possible. And in the evenings, the moon was passing by. It was could be seen from the windows because that part of town wasn't very well lighted, so the moon could be seen easily as the moon itself went by. Sometimes during these late night meditations, and I really reach like attain the enlightened state of consciousness somehow, thanks to this guru who who was guiding me through his books, and who was also physically present at the time in Europe. That guru, not this cat, but but a real real Buddhist monk who happened to be a guru also. So after attaining this liberation, thanks to this guru, I started to exchange like internet letters with a person in New Delhi, capital of India. He was a poker friend of mine, and we played a similar poker. And he said, like, "You look so happy." And I said, "Yeah, I got enlightened." And he said, "Come to India." And I said, "I will come." And I've kept this thought in my head, and I think next year, it was spring already, so next year in January, I went to India. Well, of course, meanwhile, I experienced a lot of amazing things in Europe. But after India, I came back. I was the visa is 6 months. I was like 5 months in India, almost 5 months, and I came back to Europe because I made some friends in India, and for these friends to get to Europe, they needed me to be in Europe, and so I asked permission of my father. So he's like a top scientist. So if he writes the letter that these people can come, they can come. So there was like two businessmen came to visit me for 1 month. They could get the visa for 1 month, and after that they really went to this spiritual gatherings like in Europe, this hippie type of gatherings, and really wandered in forests a lot, really a lot. And I went to a really big one, like a year after returning from India. I went to this really big spiritual gathering in Lithuania, a really big one. So all kind of faiths were together, like in nature, and they experienced different types of different dimensions, and maybe it was like substances, but a lot of it was like real different dimensions. And so I came back from there. This was really beautiful, and then I decided, to switch towns because of my life partner. So I met her in a forest, and I switched towns because of the life partner. And I went to her place, walked like in the end like 26 kilometers on foot after hitchhiking, and I went to her town, and there I kind of not collapsed, but was trying to preach Buddhism. And her sister is a Christian priest, and so they were really like helping with the faith. I was like a Buddhist, and I didn't know Jesus, and so Jesus like a real avatar of God and Son of God, so I learned about that, and was really trying to preach sometimes in that town. And yeah, now I'm here 100 kilometers from that town in the countryside, taking care of some cats, of our two cats. We have now two kids and also now two cats. So this is my story, how I took a step to start meditating next month, only meditating.